AskReddit Biological Suite 6624. Parents of Reddit, what's the worst kids show you've ever had to watch sit through? Kakomalan. I hate the entire show, but the father in particular makes me think violent thoughts. Kaleo. Edit, this has been an absolutely hilarious day of commentary. I feel fortunate that we can unite on a mostly mutual hatred of Kaleo, and can confirm I've laughed out loud at many of them. Whether he finally died of cancer or was straight punched in the teeth, this was the best comment section ever. This is one children's show where I feel like he's teaching kids to be little shithead brats. God, I hate Kaleo. My daughter's first dance recital, having to watch 20-32 minute songs all demonstrating the same simple dance moves. I just wanted to see her, but I was forced to sit and watch with 200 other parents who only wanted to see their dancer. I meant a TV show, but that'll do too. Bluey has set the bar so incredibly high that everything else is at best considered horrible by comparison. Except Mr. Rogers. BTW. I'm not a parent, but I have siblings who are significantly younger than me, so I've been subjected to many unbearable shows, though I gotta say Blippi is the fucking worst. If I wanted to watch a grown man act like a child, I'd watch Pee Wee Herman. At least he was actually funny and had heart. I think Blippi is the only show I've had a hard veto on. I've worked from home and had my daughter with me since 2020, so I've seen all sorts of shit. Most had some redeeming value, but not that. Masher and Bear. I want to punt that little girl. The show got straight up weird. There was this weird soldier clone episode and I have not allowed it since, but it was weird and creepy to being with. Blippi. That guy is the worst. Tell me about it. Barney. Jesus fucking Christ, that show almost drove me to alcoholism. We weren't allowed to watch Barney. It never occurred to me that this might be why. Peppa Pig. It's full on toddler crack, but that pig is one little brat. Also, they all look like pink hair dryers. Blippi. My son is too young for TV yet, but I managed to sit through one episode of that shrill Motherfucker with my niece and nephew once. Never again. I have never wanted to strangle someone through a screen so badly. I just looked at his picture and it was distressing. My partner and I fostered a couple of kids who were generally lovely except for being bloody obsessed with Paw Patrol. Arg. Oh, my 3-year-old brother loves Paw Patrol. Kaleo, hands down. Although Thomas is also almost completely unwatchable. Ryan from YouTube. His mom is the worst. Her voice is like a nail on a chalkboard. Ear splitting. Not a parent, but I used to be a nanny. I absolutely despise Kaleo. Former nanny here also chiming in. One of the kids loved H2O, Just Add Water, which I actually enjoyed. The other loved Teen Titans Go, and those were the nights I seriously considered quitting. Peppa Pig and Kaleo. Blippi too probably. I like Daniel Tiger and Bubble Guppies lol. Bubble Guppies puts some effort into the music. More than a few of their songs are pop rock bangers. Fireman Sam. A psychopathic kid with red hair tries to murder fellow children serial killer style over little slights. The children get saved. He says sorry and then tries it again the next episode. It's banged in our house. I scrolled way too far to see this one. That kid, I hate him so much. I'm not a parent, but my nephews watch stuff on YouTube that is just unhinged fever dream nonsense. It's weird cheap CGI stuff with stolen IPs bashed together with drug-induced insanity. I caught my kid watching a grown man spread chocolate on Thomas the Tank Engine's face, then clean it off once. That man got blocked. IDK what that was about, but it creeped me the fuck out. Ryan's Toy Review. Ryan's World. It's the only show I won't let my kids watch on the TV. It's just an overly pushy mom following her kid around with a camera. I'll watch Cocomelon over Ryan. Ryan is pretty much permanent around here. I'm waiting for that kid, or one of his sisters, to pull a Danny Bonadus or Dana Plato. My nephew watches those cringy Minecraft Roblox YouTubers that are about 40 and acting like kids. Shit like OMG Dave, look at this gold block I found, how shiny does it look? Horrid Henry. That kid is a pose and the entire time it depicts him acting in the worst ways and being the worst person, but it always ends with everyone shaking their head and laughing it off. Like the episode I watch Hattie Rye get talked to about behaving cause dad's boss is coming for dinner. Ayo Henry runs around and ruins the whole evening because he wants to and everyone goes oh Henry lol, but the kids like kicking food off the table and peeing on the boss. It's weird and I hate it. The books are the same. What a brat. The Smurfs movie that came out in 2011. God, sitting through that in the theater with my daughter with absolute torture. I wanted to rip my eyeballs out and throw them at the screen. Even as someone who used to really like this movie as a kid, as a young adult I cannot stand those blue photorealistic abominations anymore after having rewatched both those movies recently for old time's sake. The second one was so bad I couldn't finish it anymore. Not a parent but babysit often. There's a show called Roots and Fruits and my friend's kid loves it. It is the absolute worst shit ever. Oof. The word roots means fucks in Norse, so that is one hell of a title. I hate Peppa Pig with a passion, but unfortunately can't get my in-laws to stop letting my kids watch it when they're over at their place. They even bought them all Peppa Pig themed gifts for Christmas. My in-laws think it's super special because according to them my oldest used to call his grandpa Peppa instead of Papa when he was first learning to talk. I never heard this until after my Mill started referring to her husband as Peppa around the kids, so I let them have it when they're visiting their grandparents, but we don't watch that garbage at our house. Kaylau. Fucking torture. Cocomelon.